Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I would like to present the material about the syntactic devices. What is syntactic devices? Syntactic devices are used to analyze the internal structure of a sentences in a language. Based on my literature, I found that syntactic devices are divided into 7: anaphora, antithesis, asyndeton, epilepsis, epistrophe, polysyndeton, and anadiplosis. First, anaphora. Anaphora is a rhetorical device that features repetition of a word or phrase at the beginning of successive sentences, phrases, or clauses. Anaphora works as a light literary device to allow writers to convey, emphasize, and reinforce meaning. The examples of anaphora are go big or go home, be bold, be brave, be gone, get busy living or get busy dying. Word go is on beginning and it is repeated on the beginning too. Also the others. Then antithesis. Antithesis, which literally means opposite, is a rhetorical device in which two opposite ideas are putting together in a sentence to achieve a contrasting effect. Antithesis emphasizes the idea of contrast by parallel structures of the contrasted phrases or clauses. The structures or phrases and clauses are similar in order to draw the attention of the listeners or readers. The examples of antithesis are man proposes, God disposes. Love is an ideal thing. Marriage is a real thing. Speech is silver, but silence is gold. The next is asyndeton. Asyndeton is derived from the Greek word asyndeton, which means unconnected. It is a stylistic device used in literature and poetry in internationally eliminate conjunctions between the phrases and in the same sentences, yet maintain grammatical accuracy. Usually, asyndeton divided into two types. The examples are 1. Used between words and phrases within a sentence. Are all the conquests glorious, trumps spoil strong to this little miser? 2. Used between sentences or clauses. Without looking, without making a sound, without talking. Then, epilepsis. Epilepsis is a figure of speech in which the beginning of the clause or sentence is repeated at the end of that same clause or sentence, with word intervening. The example of epilepsis are beloved is mine, she is beloved. The king is dead, long life the king. The next is epistrophe. I'm sorry. Epistrophe is derived from a Greek word that means turning upon, which indicates the same word returned at the end of each sentence. Epistrophe is a stylistic device that can be defined as the repetition of phrase or words at the ends of the clauses or sentences. It is also called epiphora. Epistrophe examples are frequently found in literary pieces, in persuasive writing, and in speeches. The examples are the big sycamore by the creek was gone, the willow tangle was gone, the little enclave of untrodden bluegrass was gone. The next examples is Where now? Where now? Where now? Then, polysyndeton. Polysyndeton is a stylistic device in which several coordinating conjunctions are used in succession in order to achieve an artistic effect. Polysyndeton examples are found in literature and in day-to-day conversation. The term polysyndeton comes from a Greek word meaning bond together. It makes use of coordinating conjunctions like and, or, but, and, nor, mostly and or, which are used to join successive words, phrases, or clauses in such a way that these conjunctions are even used where they might have been omitted. The examples are: let the white folks have their money, and power, and segregation, and sarcasm, and big houses, and schools, and lawns like carpets, and books, and mostly let them have their whiteness. Then, I went to the store, and park, and library, and schools. And the last one is anadiplosis. The term anadiplosis is a Greek word which means to reduplicate. It refers to repetition of a word or words in successive clauses in such a way that the second clause starts with the same word, which marks the end of the previous clause. Or we can say the repetition of the final words of a sentence or line at the beginning of the next. The examples are: fear leads to anger. Anger is just something we can't hide from. The general will become a slave. The slave will become a gladiator. The gladiator will defy an emperor. I think that's all. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.